All right, guys, another day, another issue. So the last time we had an issue here, I'm fixing my catch can real quick. I'm not sure why it's crooked. We had a fueling issue. Well, not really a fueling, but the wiring issue. And you saw there, I ended it with the ground. So after going over that and making that video, we're discovering it could be a multitude of other things. Not really sure what. Thinking maybe it's a clogged filter, but the pumps are overworking somehow. Some people are saying you shouldn't run a 525 for a constant pump, but I am. And I'm not going to be changing that out because the whole setup and tune and everything that would affect the tune, I would have to go back. So that's not really an option for me. So I obviously have to resolve the issue at hand and either upgrade the wiring system and put everything at 75 amp relays or 70 amp relays. I'm currently at 35 amp with 30 amp fuses, which it should be fine. The 525 pumps peak should be 23 amps, so that should be more than sufficient enough, period. Now, some people are talking about, when you turn the car on, it does have, it will have spikes, right? But I don't think that's the issue. I think the real underlying issue at hand here is, I think it's just getting overworked somehow. And it's either one, the pumps are failing, which I mean both are because both were doing it. So either I got really, really unlucky, both pumps fail at the same time, or there's a clog in this system. So fuel socks are one, check those, they look good. Now I ordered new socks, they'll be here tomorrow. I also ordered a relay clamp, no, what is it called? An amp clamp, that's correct myself, an amp clamp to go over the wiring, see where it's at. But before I do that, I'm actually gonna take out the fuel filter here. It has a 10 micron stainless steel filter from Radium. It's quite big, way bigger than my old Fuel Lab one, so that's a good thing, it flows better. I just want to make sure it's not buckling or having an issue with that. It shouldn't be a bottleneck. I have a -8 feed line, which is plenty big enough. I was running a -6, I believe, before. Yes, I was running -6 all that time, and with 1.450 and stuff. So I mean, a -8 should be more than enough for especially what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna get in the car here and I'm gonna take that filter off and see how it goes. Here's the setup right now. There's the ground coming over, but we need to go ahead. First off, we're gonna loosen this fitting up here. And the reason I'm taking this fitting off is because if I don't, it gives a Venturi effect. So it tries to suck all the fuel out down here at the bottom. So you disconnect from up here. Yes, you're gonna still get fuel out of this, but at least it's only this part of the line that you're getting fuel out of. You can put that into a bucket, throw it outside, do whatever. It's fuel, it'll dissipate, so don't worry. You're also gonna get fuel from up the engine too, but it's just going to happen. I mean, it's just part of the game, guys. It is what it is. But at least if you can disconnect it here from the feed, that should help somewhat. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll jump under the car. So I believe this will fit a traditional -8, but I think this fitting here spins if I do. So I have to use this. Yeah, unfortunately. This is where I like welded on fittings. Like, I wish this and this were welded on fittings. Some people don't like that. I personally do. They said, what if you cross thread the aluminum threads? It's something you can do. But I personally have a welded on fitting for my drain for my turbo, and I've always loved that because then I don't have to worry about that. I can just remove this fitting and not have to worry about trying to spin this one off. Now, fuel is going to come out of here, guys. You're probably going to make a little bit of a mess. It's just part of the game. Like something's coming out there, but it is fuel, so don't worry. There we come. Yep. I knew that was going to happen. And it's fuel. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. I can get some rags here now and then clean that up. That's not a big deal. But now we can go down to the tank, or go down to the, not tank, excuse me. Go down to the actual filter and remove that. All right, guys, I wanted to get down here. Sorry to show you this as fast as I can. You can see I have the bottom fitting removed. One thing, again, I'm going to remind people, I do not like this. I'm going to contact Radium too. I'm just going to openly say it. Fuel Lab does a better job of this. I really like this. I really like this Radium fuel filter. I think it's very trick. I like their mounting idea. Great, that is perfect. But the fact that they have multiple orb fitting sizes, I get it. It makes it more versatile. This is able to use a -6, a -8, or a -10 orb on both sides. Very, very nice, but at the same time, also really pain in the ass because the actual end caps on this come off also. If you look there, there's actually like little slits in it where you can actually take the end caps off, and that's how you get the filter out. Instead of doing these stupid orb fittings, make those end caps specific. Get a -6 end cap, get a -8 end cap, get a -10 end cap, just like Fuel Lab does it. They just do a better job at it, guys. It's my 100% opinion. Radium never gave me any stuff for free, so I can be pretty honest, and I'd hope they want me to be honest if they were in my shoes. That's just my opinion, because I had to take you know, one wrench to hold that fitting in place while I remove this, just because it was tight, and that's just how it goes. So that's all loose. The top one's loose. Now I need to remove these two little, I forget what style bolt heads those are, but I got the tool here. Got to remove that, take the filter out, and we'll see how bad this filter looks, if it even looks bad. So I used my AN clamps to clamp down to this because I didn't want to damage it. Oh, it's not sitting on that fitting. No, it's good. See, empty canister, got the filter out. So I brought it over here. And again, here's that cap I was telling you about. This cap just fully removes. So again, this is why I hate those orb fittings. But this is my stainless steel filter. You can see it's actually quite large, especially compared to Fuel Labs. That is one thing I do like. So this isn't totally terrible design. Like, I do like radio stuff. Like, I like how big this is. I like the fact this is a 10 micron and it's 100% stainless, so I don't have to buy another one. My issue is it's perfect. I mean, I'm going to clean it out here for the sake of cleaning it out, but it's not necessary. I mean, this is how it should look, guys. So the filter's not the issue. I'm really saying something in the wiring is not perfecto for these 525 pumps. So something is going on. Something's causing draw. I've got it, like I said, I've got an amp clamp coming. That should really help me out once that gets here. I'm not sure when that'll get here. Well, it's supposed to be here by tomorrow, so that's where we're at now. So I'll be able to buckle that all back up, put this all back together here tonight, but I'm going to clean this out here first. All right, guys, and back to doing some electrical work here. So I've got this nice new amp clamp that Jose Valle told me from Kazan Motorsports to get. It is an X-Tech. Same thing my buddy Tony at Stansteiger Media. Ryan, get with it. Said to use. This does DC and AC, and this is auto too, so it makes it really easy. So all you gotta do is put it over this little setting right here, which is now set up for DC. So now we can go amp clamp. So I need to turn the car on, and we're going to see some issues. Now, I've already tested this, but I'm just showing you guys for video reasons. So let's go over here, go to the car. One of the better things I did too was getting rid of my clutch switch. So as long as you make sure it's a neutral, I put the key in, turn the car on. You hear fuel pumps prime. Maybe you can't. And turn the car on. Fires up. Now it's going to be loud, so guys, you're going to have to bear with me. So one other thing too, you can see here, it's already reading. Well, that can't be right, so let's zero it out. So right now we're zeroed out, all right? So I forgot the engine is cold right now, so when it's cold, obviously there's more amps. But right now, if we go to the ground on the fuel pump relay, it's showing 17 volts at around 1800 RPM, and fuel pressure is at like 45, 46 PSI. This is perfectly normal, so that's good. So we'll go over here and amp clamp around the power. Sorry, trying to do this with one hand. This is very hard. Again, power, 17 amps. It should be a continuous circuit, so that's good news. Again, very good. We go down to these wires. So I'm not sure which ground it is here. Oh, that's already the ground there. So let me go over to the pumps itself. Hold on. Do you see the power wire going directly into the fuel pump itself? 16.88. Now it's going to go down as the car goes down in RPM here. So that's going to keep dropping here. It's bouncing back and forth right now, but it's going to continue to drop as the idle does drop here as the engine gets warm. But again, that's perfectly normal. So we're good there. Now where we did find some issues is this. I'm not going to put my hand down there and try and film this, but down here at the alternator, we were able to get a total of 35 amps directly from the alternator. Good. Now, I did not test here, so from there, using a factory wire to here, see if I can get my clamp in there. What is it? from over there to the fuse box is 26.6. So from here to the back, let's see what it is. We're getting 28 amps in the back, so good there. Now here's where we found an issue. This little breaker right here, sorry if it'll focus. This little breaker here seems to be causing issues, because if I amp clamp directly here, not good. Only seeing 9 amps. So that's an issue. From that breaker, from there to there, it's losing 17 amps. That breaker is junk. So I need to get another breaker. It shouldn't be allowing that. So that means that thing's got to go bye-byes. That's not good. She does sound good though. The tune needs adjusted, I feel like, a little bit. It's hunting a little bit. Hear it? It seems to be hunting a little bit. I have to talk to my tuner about that. If you watch it too, inside the ECU here, or inside on the gauge here, wonder if there's a tab where it shows directly. I don't know if there's one it shows, like that shows a digital. I don't want a direct readout here. There we can see we're exactly 1,000 RPM, but it seems to hunt a little bit. Nothing terrible right now, but it was hunting there. 1,000 RPMs is where it's supposed to idle at, just because the bigger cams and stuff in it helps smooth things out. But yeah, guys, so that's where the electrical's at right now. I've talked to Jose. He's going to make me a new box too, just because that one wire seems to be fried. All right, guys, now that we got done with doing the fuel system, I got these sweet new gauge pods from Auto Extrude. Now, I'm getting in the car here. Where they go is right here. So let me sit this up here. They sit here just like so. So that's one of them. Now, there's a total of 4 to pick from, so there's 3 other ones. So that's the first one here. I'm gonna take a bunch of pictures for him here, but these things are pretty tricky. You can sit a little bit further back if you want to. I like it further up. I just think it looks nicer. This is the one. Now, me personally, if you can see, now it blocks my gauges, right? Or my tack, which is most important. So this is for everybody, but you got multiple options, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. Like, some of these are cut off in the back, and you got these holes in the bottom, so you can run your wires down through. So what you do is you mount it up here like so. Would have it like that, and the backs are covered, and then you would run the wires down through your plastic here. Or if you don't want to do that, you obviously can squeeze the wires through there, and they have an open back version like so, where you can still run the wires down through. Again, up to you, depending on how large your gauges are. They give you both options. I really like these things, man. I think they're pretty cool, pretty tricky, and also says Supra right in them. This is all from Auto Extrude. I just want to give them a big shout out. They just sent me these. Not sure if I'm going to use them yet or not, because I obviously have the big BTI gauge, but it was quite kind that they would send that over. So let's get out of Black Betty now and finish up this video. All right, guys, and thank you very much for tuning in then today. I hope this was good. Unfortunate with the fuel system. I sent everything out to Jose Valle at Kazan Motorsports. He is redoing some of the wiring right now. We're gonna get a new fuse set up, see what might have went wrong, something came loose or whatever, but you wanna try something where he's gonna build it so it goes directly powered to the battery, directly grounded to the battery, but he's gonna do it all. So the crimps will be proper, the wiring will be proper. It'll be done better than what I can do at this point in time. I'm gonna buy some better tooling here so I can do more stuff like that. But big shout out to Jose for taking care of that for me. And again, thank you to Auto Extrude for sending those parts. Pretty awesome, man. And on that note, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If you guys like the content here lately, give me a big like. Tell me what you think. You need to know down in the comments below. Waiting for more parts to get picked up for the wife. I should be showing you guys some updates on that here soon. And we'll go from there. Thank you guys very much, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.